So Jay, I've known Jay for a very long time, since the 70s, and aside from the music experience that we had at the Ark together, listening to each other and playing music and be part of this whole musical scene here, we also started doing carpentry work together. And we did that for many years. And in fact, we did a little project for Bob and Nada, put an addition on their house. And it was there doing that job, and it ran, I don't know when it started, but definitely ran into the winter. And during lunch, we'd sit around, we'd build like a little fire in a hole in the ground, and we would sit there and just have lunch together. And it was there that I realized, at some point, that being with Jay was I gained something just by being around Jay, just by hanging out, talking, laughing, not saying anything, just sitting there. I just felt like, wow, I feel better for it, and it was something that reminded me of my. Sorry. But anyway, it reminded me of my dad, because after a while, when my dad got old, I was able to become a friend of my dad, and I can appreciate him more, and I think he appreciated me more. And I realized that there was something about my dad that people just seemed so happy to see him, and people just liked him a lot. And I began to wonder why that was. And it made me understand Jay at the same time, because I think with my dad and with Jay, that Jay is someone who sees good in people. And he's not judgmental, he's not small, he's a big-hearted, incredibly talented person. And he looks at the good things, and he finds the good things, because I think Jay feels good about himself. And so when you're with Jay, that's what he sees in you. And so naturally, you just feel better just being around him. And I was really lucky to make the decision. My parents had a cottage home up in Maine on a river, and they decided they wanted a cabin built, a guest cabin next to that house on the river. And so after doing all these jobs with Jay as carpenters, I asked Jay, hey Jay, you want to go up to Maine with me and build this cabin for my folks? And Jay said, yes. And we packed all of our tools in Jay's little pickup truck, and we drove through Canada in this beautiful, beautiful place, and we got dropped down into Maine, and for 2 weeks, because Jay could only be there for 2 weeks, we worked really hard, and we just about got that cabin finished, and it was a wonderful time. Yeah, okay, so, and the other thing is I want to tell you about the song that I'm going to sing, because in it, Jay says hawkweed orange and hawkweed yellow. Now I was really young, a young songwriter, when I heard Jay at the Ark singing and saying hawkweed orange and hawkweed yellow. I don't know. Oh God. Anyway, and you know, it was just so striking to me. Hawkweed orange, hawkweed yellow. It was just like, boom, it just popped out in my mind, and I could just see that orange and yellow. And it just seemed like, what an extraordinary lyric to have in a song, how unusual it was. And then I also started wondering recently, like, you know, Jay could have said hawkweed yellow, hawkweed orange. And that would have been impossible to rhyme. And actually, I was going to ask Jay, did you ever consider that when you were making that lyric, that it could have been the other way, but you realized, no, I can't rhyme anything with orange? No, maybe not, okay. Okay. Well, now after crying in front of you, but that's all right, I don't mind. I'm going to sing this really beautiful song of Jay's. hawkweed yellow, going home where the white bird stands in the jack pine hills of northern Michigan. I came down when I was young, fancy words on my tongue, fancy thoughts inside my mind. Any fool could see I'd left my soul behind. I went down by Traverse City, found a job in Detroit, thought that I was sitting pretty, paid a girl to share the night, spent the evenings getting high, spent the mornings getting well. There was nothing I wouldn't buy, there was nothing I wouldn't sell. But now I'm going home to the golden meadows, hawkweed orange and hawkweed yellow, going home where the white bird stands in the jack pine hills of northern Michigan. Light a scar, fine tobacco, let the wail of the coyote echo, let the song of the white-throated sparrow pierce my ear just like an arrow. La da da, come on everybody. La da da da, la da da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da Jay Stielstra, yes.